governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress in the just concluded Anambra State election, Andy Uba, has rejected the result announced by the Independent National Electoral Commission. Uba alleged the election result was charried and had not reflected the wishes of the people. Like, seriously? Wonder shall never end. The candidate's position was made known by Ambassador Jerry Ugokwe, spokesperson of the senior Andy Uba campaign organization. Ugoke said it is surprising that ABGA, which lost almost 80% of its stalwarts through defection to the APC before the election, came out victorious. The outcome of the election was a charade and did not reflect the wishes of the people of Anambra State. The development comes as INEC disclosed its readiness to present the certificates of return to the governor-elect of the state, Charles Chukwuma Soludo of the All Progressives Grand Alliance. The campaign organization alleged that its candidate was a victim of widespread electoral fraud and manipulation by INEC. It said ABGA, which saw its 7 deputy governor in the state and about 17 state and federal lawmakers defect to the APC, could not be said to have been in any position to win the election. Part of the statement reads, "Our popular candidate, Senior Senator Andy Uba, is a victim of widespread electoral fraud and manipulation by INEC in cohorts with the Willie Obiano regime and the security forces deployed to oversee the Anambra State governorship election." This is really funny. The elections were characterized by widespread irregularities, intimidation, and voter suppression in order to clear the path for the inglorious victory of ABGA in the polls. For instance, in polling units where the biometric voters accreditation system malfunctioned, INEC went ahead to conduct the elections manually. There were numerous cases where votes announced by INEC exceeded the number of accredited voters in polling units. Another clear manifestation of collusion between the Obiano administration and INEC was the publishing of results on the social media handles of ABGA even before the official announcement by INEC. Yet, mysteriously, the votes announced in advance by ABGA always corresponded correctly with the official figures released by INEC. It is inconceivable that our candidates, who hold over 200,000 votes in the APC primary election, will be allocated slightly above 43,000. 43,000 votes by INEC. It is surprising that ABGA, that lost almost 80% of its stalwart through defection to the APC before the defection, came out victorious. The sitting ABGA deputy governor, 7 members of the House of Representatives, 10 members of the Anambra State House of Assembly, the ABGA's party's member of the Board of Trustees, many serving SSAs, in addition to a 7 PDP senator, all defected to the APC very timely before the election, yet ABGA emerged victorious. This is quite ridiculous. From all indications, the only people remaining in ABGA at the time of the election were Governor Obiano and his household and a few staff of the government house, as well as Professor Soludo and his household. But the majority of the electorate in Anambra State have moved to the APC. Oh my God, these people are just disgracing themselves. There was definitely no way the caucus of ABGA could have defeated the APC without the active collusion and manipulation by INEC and the Obiano administration. Is this not funny? It's just so laughable. So they orchestrated all these people to defect to APC. So all of those people that you have calculated, you've counted, are they even up to 100? They are not even up to 100. So you want to compare 100 to thousands of people. You could not even win a local government. Shame on you guys. I'm sure maybe they always give them something for them to say, oh, I'm not going to accept the victory of the winner. Maybe there's already money they always reserve for anybody that will just come out and say, oh yes, you did not win election, I have to counter this election in court. Maybe they have a special money they give to them. Maybe because I can't see, I'm not seeing the correlation. So because the deputy governor defected, all of those people that you talked about, they defected, unjustly or whatever. So you think those one will not give you votes. So they want to use that as a conduit to tell the people or to scare the masses to say, for these people to have defected, that means we need to go to APC. Or maybe something is really wrong with ABGA. Some people are like, oh, that IPOB really dealt with them because they never expected that IPOB will call off that what is it called, the sit at home order. So it's like that, all of those really distuned them and took them unawares. You can imagine what this man is saying. Even in your own place, you could not even win one local government. Where did he even come from? I don't even know where he came from. You could not even win one local government. In fact, as I was just going through this, I was just laughing. Like, what is this? Is this one a talk? What person they talk? I mean, they tell me he just won't talk. I mean, maybe get the money they will give them if they say, oh, I reject this election. Is really, really laughable. He said many, many things here. He said again, so funny. The issue is that this is quite ridiculous. From all indications, the only people remaining in Abga at the time of the election were Governor Obiano and his household, Soludo and whatever. There was definitely no way the carcass of Abga could have defeated the APC without the active collusion and manipulation by INEC and the Obiano administration. What happened on November 6, 2021 fell far below the acceptable standard of a free and fair election and can best be described as an electoral fraud perpetrated by the INEC, Willie Obiano administration and the security forces. We have voted that starting from the appointment of INEC ad hoc staff, who mostly came from Calabar, to the distribution of electoral materials and retention of the resident electoral commissioner, who supervised the second term election of Governor Obiano. It was crystal clear that the game plan was to overturn the popular wishes of the people of Anambra State in the biggest electoral heist of all time in Nigeria's political history. While we appeal to our supporters to remain peaceful and calm, your people know that you fail. Oh. They're not going to even support now. We will not relent in pursuing our stolen electoral mandate to the limits of the law through all the constitutional means available, as the facts on the ground did not in any way reflect the outcome of the electoral elections announced by the obviously compromised INEC. Meanwhile, National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee of INEC, Festus Okoye, has said the commission will issue certificates of return to Soludo and the deputy governor-elect on Friday, following the conclusion of the election, and as provided for in Section 75 of the Electoral Act 2010 as amended. Certificates of return will be presented to the governor-elect and deputy governor-elect tomorrow, Friday 12th November 2021, at our state office in Oka, he stated. Hey, APC know the shame. Bros, pack well. Your people don't want to experience the kind of leadership we are passing through in the country and Imo State. May God never allow the kind of situation that happened in Imo State happen in Anambra. Those that will plot such plan will never see the light of the day. Uba thought people will not come out to vote, thinking IPOP will declare no election. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take.